is a Sterring. Pictures important. Is Sterring. They're like Sterring. This girl is a Sterring. Pictures important. Is Sterring. They're like Sterring.
Take two.
Take two. How do actors do this? It's actually...
Oh yeah, hey, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they must remain in character. You must remain in that, like, that's why some of them can never, like, it takes a while to get out.
Yeah, and I always think of Heath Ledger. But anyway, that's very dark. So, good afternoon. Hi.
Good afternoon. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey. Welcome back.
Hi. We're
to
back.
The Black Sterring. We're on TV today.
We are.
Trying to get onto the TV here. We're trying to do that.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
welcome back, guys.
yes.
To the Black Sterring.
And it's the last of April. It's almost my birthday month. So,
oh yes, it's Tory season. Listen, hey.
Yeah.
The season of just luxury. Delulu is the Salulu, baby.
Delulu is the Salulu?
I mean, in a good way, because I do believe that Delulu is the Salulu.
I
definitely
do think that
am.
it is.
Delulu is their solution and the plan.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I'll take luxury as part of my star sign. I
Yeah,
don't know
no,
about us
absolutely.
being delusional.
I mean, who isn't delusional, guys?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
would probably say the most delusional of the star signs. Let's not get into that.
I was like,
let's not get into that chat. Let's not get into that chat. But yes, we're back. We're back here today.
But we're back.
I mean, I don't know. I'm also trying. I would probably say Aries, but you know, I like Aries' delusion. It's that like, fuck it, I can do it.
True. Do you know what's really weird about Aries?
And that's the delusion I love.
All of the divas are in the Aries.
Listen,
it's so
I
weird.
am
It's literally Aretha,
in
Diana
my
Ross,
reading.
Mariah Carey.
Yes, it's Jill Scott.
Jill Scott is Jasmine Sullivan.
Yes,
like
beautiful.
Like
Ari
it's
Lennox,
all the
Tandy Swa.
singers,
It's
Elton
Tandy
John.
Swa. Listen,
all the singers
huge
are like
singers, are
big,
Aryans.
dramatic, like
Aryans. I love Aryans. I love Aryans. They are a lot though, but I love them. You need to be. They are divas. They are divas.
not a bad,
Yeah, Taurians are divas as well.
We can be. We can be.
But I love you guys. I love Taurians. Oh my god, I love you guys so much. I really do.
Yeah, it's just, you know what?
Yeah, it's just
Love us.
Because we love ourselves. Do you like? Do you like being?
I do love myself.
Definitely.
I do.
Yeah.
It's very important.
In all the ways.
More now than ever, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is an interesting moment. Yeah.
And I'd rather mean that to say, you know, when you do self work.
Yes, you know.
Learn about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, better self esteem.
Absolutely.
Less insecure.
Dude,
Love it for me.
Love it. Love it
Yeah.
for all of us. Hey, like, love it. That is the future.
It is.
That is definitely. I love that. So,
Yeah. I mean, content.
Content of the week. Do you want to go first? Do you want to... I'm going to go first,
Okay.
right? So, when I am not force-feeding you guys and poor Peter here, my garbage opinions, guys, I love witchy stuff. I'm a chakra hun in my heart. I'm a secret chakra. So, like, there's this place, the Energy Emporium in Craig Hall. They sell stones, baby. They sell incense. The crystals.
Okay.
They sell it all.
The Energy Emporium.
It is literally where you go in to get immersed in the, in that world of just like, I don't know what to call it. It's like
how your shoulders are even moving.
Yeah, like just it's that smoky kind of witchy side of life where we're like, messing around with the spirits and the energies, and not messing, don't mess with the spirits, girl. Okay, but like, yes. Please don't do that. Please, guys. No. But yeah, just having fun in that world. I really love that mystique, man. That's one of my favorite things to do. It's a huge distraction for me. Ooh. So the Energy Emporium, I went there the one time. I smoked a nice blunt, a fat joint, and I went in there and I got out.
I thought you smoked the blunt in there.
No, you can't. I don't know.
That's how I was like, what?
Because they even have a. I'd recommend it for everyone. Like not for just people who are into yeah, you know, they have like is she?
Yeah, she too is a chakra head. Like she won't say it, yeah, because that's more like our millennial way of calling it.
Yeah. We get it from. Yeah. They have like a little back room where you can, you know, there's like salt baths, and they can just like, it's a wellness thing as well, because it's a part of the wellness industry as well. That kind of, you know. Yeah, some astrology type thing. Yeah, so you get in there and you get a nice seance going on, and I love that. So
it reminds me of like Charmed or Practical.
Yes, Charmed. I adored. I adored Charmed.
It was great. I'll never rewatch it. I feel like the special effects are probably horrendous.
Yeah, because I saw a snippet. You know when you're like, yeah, is that Charmed?
And then you go, woo, and then it would freeze, and then it would freeze.
And back then you'd be like, wow.
Ooh, come on, Piper.
Piper was my fave. It was Piper, Phoebe, and Paige.
No, wait, Prue. Prue was the older sister that ended up dying.
Yes,
because they kicked her out. Shannon Doherty, that drama, and then they kicked her out of the show. So it was Prue, Piper, Paige, and Phoebe. Those are the four.
Yes, because there was the one.
What did they say? They'd say the thing, the power of three will set us free. That's what it is.
Yes. I love that. I love that. So loved Charmed. Yeah. I need to go back to Charmed. What's your content?
My content... So many delicious things to choose from.
Yes.
But I haven't been to the movies in a long time.
Yeah.
And I decided to go to the movies.
Absolutely.
And I ended up watching Back to Black, which is the Amy Winehouse biopic.
That's out now? That's out now?
Yeah, so I went 2 weeks ago.
Okay, nice. Damn, I need to go see that.
Yeah, so it was nice to pay for something that wasn't crap, first of all, because movies are
crap these days.
Not cheap these days, and movies are also kind of crap these days. Yeah. Too highbrow, too like, oh my god, everything is so serious. It's like, what happened to just comedies? Movies, like dumb movies. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's a different conversation. Yeah, Back to Black. So it follows Amy Winehouse.
Wow.
From her childhood pre-getting signed.
Yes, and her relationship.
What's his name? To the guy, Blake. I forgot what his surname is. But
he was also like a musician as well.
To him... so it basically follows her, and she's like 16, 17. So you get to see how she's influenced by like her dad being a jazz singer, and like her style actually comes from her grandmother. So like it humanized her a lot, because we kind of think of either the voice or her like, and the drugs, and how bad it got at the end. So it was kind of nice to see the evolution. I do feel like they made the dad softer than he was, because I did watch the Amy documentary a few years ago as well, and it came
biopics, like music biopics.
But it was nice to be in the music and like see her making Frank, and then move to the States to make Back to Black. That the film was made. Yeah, Frank was the first one. But a lot of us didn't know that, because Back to Black was like the crossover overseas. This is the album we're pushing to go across the pond. I see that. So Frank was like big in the UK, but then for the rest of the world, Back to Black was like our
really
first
big, because Back to
introduction
Black, guys,
with Rehab
Back
and like
Love
is a Losing Game, and like it was really nice. The music is still so good. I think the actress, like the lead actress, was actually singing in some of it.
Okay.
So Amy Winehouse, I've been listening to
music biopics these days, and it's interesting because love them, and we're gonna do one soon. But I love the fact that actors are now also having to sing, or there's that question of like, are you singing or is the voice singing, and the archival footage, like music, and
where's the line, or rather like how much does it matter?
Yeah, right. Like what's
if
the
creative
person is singing
license? If they're not, because in some instances I don't mind that they're not, but
because
then in others I like when they are. So I kind of think of funny enough, perhaps controversial, Jennifer Lopez in the Selena biopic.
Okay.
She wasn't singing.
Still need to see that.
She was not singing. It's actually very good.
Yeah,
she was not singing at all.
I don't think we need her
versus
to sing.
like an Aretha Franklin. No, we don't need her.
We don't need her to sing.
I don't think she has the range to do Selena.
Yeah. Thanks so much, J-Lo.
Maybe we can call her Shanti. Anyway.
Ashanti girl.
Anyway. Versus on the other hand.
Yeah.
When I think of Respect, the Aretha Franklin with Jennifer Hudson was singing, so it's like,
and that J Hyde, that
you know?
Aretha J Hyde combination is interesting.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I really liked
also,
her.
Also, Aretha Franklin said that she wanted Jennifer Hudson to play on the biopic, because there's also that difference.
There is.
Versus like if you think of Etta James, where Etta James said she would not have chosen Beyonce if she were to choose for Cadillac Records, I think it was called. So it gets kind of contentious. I don't know. Like it can get a bit wonky.
Because,
it can get wonky.
This is the thing with music, which is what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Guys, we just need to let you know that we're changing the story again. We're going off the tangent, as we usually do. Welcome to this podcast.
Don't you love a tangent?
I love a tangent. That's where I live. Everywhere, So we're talking about music today, and it is that
so
chat
this is a
of
very good segue.
Yes,
so to speak.
I was trying to, because you're the segue girl.
I do.
So it is an interesting chat of just voices, and you have the divas of back then, your Arethas and your what's her name, your Gladys Knights, your Shaka Khans, they are divas, even in the sense that they are particular about what they want, like where they want to sing, like the entourage, like what's her name? She's she's one of the old school divas. She's out here just like it's not Gladys Knight.
Give me a clue.
What's her name? She is out here just telling people, and she's got this high voice, and she makes pancakes now. She like
Patti LaBelle.
Yes, Patti LaBelle, guys. Patti LaBelle. Auntie. Auntie is out.
But
here,
everybody says that
angry.
the way she throws down and cooks is like,
yes, apparently.
So
she
everyone
also
wants
really
to
cooks.
get invited. Like everyone always talks about wanting to be invited to her house or a
that's
party
true
so that
as
she can cook for you.
And because also she just is singing as well.
Yeah.
Because also Patti
But she would
LaBelle
even like
sings.
take off her shoes like mid song and like throw shoes at
shoes, we know of the feud between Aretha. I don't know, you need to let us know about there was some sort of a feud between Aretha and what is it, Gladys? Is it like just like that shade, and it does exist. I think it does exist like also between, divas today, divas today, like you have Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. I don't know, today. Like we have Brandy and Monica doing the damn thing. R&B like
in that.
So
I do.
And I wonder if it's a voice thing. Is it a my voice? I don't know. Singing can be so epic.
I do feel like I don't know. I feel like people aren't as dramatic as they used to be, and I miss that. And I'll tell you what I mean. So I mean like Cisco, right? Could have silver hair and talk about a thong with that intense passion and feel it in his heart. It's a ridiculous song.
He did it all.
But the way he sang it, do you know what I mean?
And he sang
Case
on top
was
of it.
on a sandy dune talking about he's missing you. Do you know what I mean? Like people are just
I miss it.
very dramatic.
Over the top.
And it
is
feels
what that
like,
was.
but also it's very,
oh my God,
in some ways I feel like it is a straight line in how romance back then versus romance even now, and that there's a level of nonchalance that you can feel even musically that translates in other ways.
It's interesting.
It's almost like people were down on their knees begging in the rain,
It's like, where's the
romance?
But
now everyone is like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
But I mean, they were doing that while being absolutely disgusting in real
also
life,
true.
you know?
Also true.
Like, so it's like, I mean, I definitely miss it as well. Like, just being wooed and just like, please do the thing for me. Please do the thing for me. I would like you to do and run around and do the thing for me, please.
That is literally why I'm going to see Joe, because...
Just listen! Too many segues to just...
No, but also
I love it though, yes.
It's just, he's a lover boy.
Joe.
Sometimes it was chaotic, but he said,
Joe,
I want to know what turns you on so I can be all that and more. Do you know what I mean? It's like, just, you know, tell me what I gotta do to please you. You know? I just...
Those kinds of conversations.
Like
having those conversations today. I wonder.
But I mean, anyway. Music is a nice thing, which is why today
we're talking about, we're bringing it back home. Actually,
we are.
With Zoe Modiga. I mean, this is of course the Stan account. We really do Stan Zoe here. Like, please. She just came out. I mean, this is actually long overdue, like, because she's 3 albums down the road. But she just came out with Nomthandazo.
Yes.
Her latest offering.
This past Friday. So
this past fresh. It is. And you know, it's interesting for me because I usually don't like to listen to an album immediately as it comes out. You know, I just feel like I just want to come around to the album organically in my life. You know, I want it to meet me, you know. But I was like, I just think it did meet me. I just think we aligned this time around. Zoe, you came out with an album, and now I'm ready to listen, you know, and
and I mean, that's also interesting because I think for me, I almost try to listen. Sometimes it feels like, because I'm always listening to music, I'll try to listen to...
How does it go?
Specific...
I ask myself,
with specific artists,
yeah.
I will listen to it immediately, but part of it is also because I don't want to go online and hear the discourse.
Yeah, because there's...
So I'm just like, I just want to listen to it as me. And not hear thought pieces and, you know, everyone's artistic take and this person did this. So I almost like to not... go like just listen to the album without going on the internet to hear what other people think. In the first weekend, because most weekends I'm not really on social media in the same way I am during the week. So for me, that's kind of like where I just listen.
Over the weekend, hey?
Over the weekend. So like even this weekend it was Zoe, but it was also like Msaki. True. Msaki has an R&B EP that she just released, which is actually excellent. Because oh my god, Msaki. So like it's her and so her and a few other artists, Manana and a few other artists.
I know
did a collaboration with Spotify and Colors, like a Colors show.
Okay, nice.
So they all went to Kenya and recorded a few Colors sessions. So some of them have come out the tail end of last year, others haven't. But earlier last week she posted that like while they were all there as like artists from Africa, but also artists in the diaspora. So there were some people like Navy or whatever from the UK, and they all just made music while they were all together. So this R&B EP is like a result of them just having a jam session. It's like 3 songs.
It's amazing.
But
with Manana, I really love Manana.
Yeah, so I don't think Manana's on the 3-1, but like they were all kind of together. So I don't know how they're releasing what. Okay. But it was. I know that we say that some people can just sing anything, but Msaki can just sing anything.
Right, Msaki's voice is
I really liked it. I was like,
it's amazing. Msaki's voice is quite angelic, hey?
Yeah.
Quite angelic. Love her voice.
Yeah, so like everywhere that from like Duran Bruno had a new song on Friday.
I see.
Like, so
do you mind if I ask you? Yeah. Because you do listen to a lot of music for a lot of reasons, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you how do you feel like, because for me I feel like listening takes time, you know, to really sit, because even with this, like I'm not done, I'm never done, I'm actually never done with albums, but like I feel like there is a sitting that one has to do with music, you know, and if you're listening to a lot of music, how And I know, because I also listen to a lot of music. How do you do it? How do you just like ding, 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 ding? Are you always listening? And are you listening?
Sometimes it does feel like I'm always listening, but it's very much all over the place.
Yeah.
There's no, like, I wouldn't say there's a specific structure about it.
Yeah.
I think there's certain things where, so I used to have like almost like a little test that I would do from high school, where I would always listen to new albums when I was reading a book. And if a song made me stop while reading a book, and if the song made me stop reading, it means that it was very good, because it would be like distracting to the point I'm like,
I love
so
that.
I think of like Robert Glasper's Black Radio. I was
definitely
I kept like starting and being like, oh, this is nice, this is nice. Or it's like, I'm just always need to have earphones in. Yeah, but it differs, because sometimes I'll revisit old things again. Like even yesterday,
you're in the mood.
I saw a video about how great Leona Lewis's cover of Snow Patrol's Run is. And then I was like, oh my god, that first Leona Lewis album. And then I listened to that. I haven't listened to that
because the nostalgia part of it is huge for me in music. Yeah. It's huge. It's
so there's also that, it's like they're always old things that will be in the rotation.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah, like there's certain artists, like I'm never not going to be listening to Mariah Carey.
I'm never not going to be listening to D'Angelo. Like,
and then other things, it's just like, oh yeah, okay.
I miss, you know.
Yeah,
you think
so it's
of
new
Joe.
and old.
Sometimes you think, oh my god, I want to go back to that time. Oh
you just want to be in the vibe. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So there's no process. I would be lying. It's very much all over the place.
It is.
But it's also like people sending me stuff, me sending people stuff, me like looking up stuff. Sometimes just going down rabbit holes of like the playlists that they make on even the platforms, like whether it's Spotify and Apple. Like, they both have good playlists that they make. Well, find a lot of artists as well, and then if I like a song, I'll be like, okay, let me listen to like everything that you've ever made, type of a thing, and then that's the weekend.
That's where you go in. So, all right.
Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah. Okay. So
okay. So I will ask, now that we're talking about Zoe, what is the first?
Shall we do that?
Zoe Modiga song.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like what
Zoe
is the first
Modiga,
song
I actually
heard?
first heard her on Kaya FM, and I think it was her single that she came up with from Yellow. What was that single?
Yellow.
Oh,
could it have been Love? Yeah.
Love. Yes, I think that was the one. Yeah, there was a couple of them, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it was even before she had done the launch, you know, because Yellow is always like a thing. She's always in the Yellow, you know.
I loved Yellow.
But that album is just immaculate.
Yeah.
Immaculate.
I really liked Yellow.
Like, yeah. Yourself?
Probably love Yahweh too.
Yeah.
Yahweh.
Woo,
Yeah. Because I was kind of like, who is this? What is this?
Like,
where
is she from? She's from South Africa? Wow.
I mean, the surname gave her away.
Right.
But also, like, it was just, I think I played that, like, I heard that song and then I played it a lot.
Yeah.
Without even listening to the rest of the album. And then I eventually did.
True.
This is really, really nice. This is really nice. And it was just before, I want to say, the Grahamstown National Arts Fest.
Okay.
That's kind of when I was like, but like a few years ago at the time, I was like, okay, Zoe Modiga, cool. And then I listened to it and I was like, the songwriting is excellent. There were so many different things to like, to be honest.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. And I think, I really sat with that album, and because, you know, she does go into like, ethereal themes. Like there's something, she reminds me as well of like Laura Mvula. You know, there's a real dialogue or like a mirroring there that is just woo. So she does really go into that, and her voice just lends itself to the kind of album she's done today, but like to the spirits, to like when you're high listening to Zoe. Oh my God, like, yeah.
Do you know what? I do love that you spoke about her voice, because I do feel like she does use it as an instrument, and a lot of people always say that like your voice is an instrument, but really the way that her range, but also for me the vocal stacking is particularly incredible. Across all of her albums.
Yes, hey, she's very good at that. And the
angelic,
you
we
know,
are together. And I even think of how a lot of it is very like from Tata and Inganegwani, and like
even Inganegwani was interesting.
Yeah, like there are a few on this new album as well, but like the songs where it's just kind of very meditative.
Yeah.
Chanting. And you're just like in and out of the music. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. And it also reminds me of like a space that even a Solange went into, I see at the table with like Rise type of a thing, where it's just you repeating the same line over and over, and it feels like, kind of just like Shake the World is an example from Yellow.
Shake the World
it's just like we're getting into the lane,
and you know like, it's like it's interesting that you say that, you know, she uses her vocal instrument, or she uses her voice as an instrument, because then she works with real instrumentalists, you know, and when you sing that way and you understand your voice and you understand what is required and what you can do and go and where, you then can speak to the music and the instruments as well, because it's also like the composition is just it raises the standard of the music and her voice. Like it really just like the guitars, you know, there's a lot of like bass guitar, and I know that's like,
and I think it's banda
with the guitar, you know. I think
it's really great.
There's I think it's actually a duet between the both of them. One of the songs in this album, I think it's called is it Smagate? Is it Smagate? No, I think she's vocal stacking on Smagate, because
the Ngelosi is the one.
Ngelosi is
beautiful. Even that, the stacking, they're just very lush. I feel like vocal stacking always feels very warm, very lush, because I always think of like how then we had like people from like Michael Jackson to like Mariah Carey to even a Beyonce, but like even here we had like Lebu Matosa and like Usim Tomo, who stacked a lot, but it always feels like I even think of like Alex Izzy now for me, who's like very good at just layers, and it feels very warm to listen to. But even in what you said, like she is kind of a student of music, which I like, and how she went to NSA and then even like the music board at UCT. So like, absolutely. I don't know, like as much as it is talent, a lot can be said about technique as well.
Yes, right, because she knows what she's doing.
Like,
she knows what she's doing, and that is powerful, because it's like, if you understand your gift, you know, if you understand what you're good in, you can your pocket, then you know there's a thing where you must learn the rules of something in order to break them, in order to be able to you know, because I was actually watching something interesting like Bluey. It's like Bluey. Do you know Bluey? I love Bluey, guys. I adore Bluey. So there was an episode where the kids were playing, and basically the lesson is about rules, and they say, why do we have rules? Is because they make it fun. You know, they don't always make it fun, but they should, because they're meant to be, you know, manipulated, broken, like stacked or whatever it is, you know, I really think, her skill and the UCT influence is always just so, I have to just
come on UCT,
you know, because my nana, because we have to talk about the project
cool.
as well.
Yes, we have to talk about the different
I feel like
the school of UCT. So for me, like I suppose the big names. I shouldn't have put echoes because they are big names. So with Zoe, it's Manana and also Langa Mavuso.
Yes.
Manana, for me, I always think it's so crazy that the first time I saw him perform live was at a Raise year-end event.
Yeah.
It was just him and some guy on guitar. They definitely forgot both of their names. Because it's just, it's just like, yeah, guys, who at another race can sing for us? It was like one of those situations. Literally, they were like, oh, it's like white t-shirt and black t-shirt because they didn't like forgot. And then he sang and everyone was like, oh my God, wow. He's really good.
It really does show. It really does.
And also how they
show.
I do feel like even like just as a community of South African artists everyone featuring on everyone's songs.
That's true. Because there's Keenan Mayer's also in a song.
Yes, and he played piano on the previous album as well.
The organ. I do want to definitely say we're going back to church with this particular album. This one is a gospel. It does
feel like it.
Well, maybe I wouldn't want to class it as gospel, but we are just praying. We're talking about we are here, and
you know what?
And I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I actually adore it.
It's so interesting that you say that because I feel like people the idea of classifying genre has always been very interesting
for me. Very.
But like with this, even when you look it up, it's under the African genre, which for me is always like
Africa.
Yeah, just is like African on like an Apple Music or whatever. Yeah. So I'm always like, what does that mean? Like I know what it means, but like, what does it mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's someone who's played around a lot from like, as we know, she's like her first 2 albums were more jazz.
Yeah, they were more jazz.
This one feels more fluid.
Yeah.
But then she also has a neo soul project with Siba Kapstad with Manana.
She does. So
which is really good. And like, there's that song on Yellow. The Bossa Nova song on Yellow. It's so good.
And I mean, there's also like a lot of like on this album. I guess I can see how it could fall under world or African music.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of like, I mean, she was actually. I read an interview where she was like, "This one is different for me because, with my first work or my previous work, it's been me." As a student or a scholar of music who comes from a certain school of music. But now I was under sort of like the tutelage of like our musicians and jazz musicians and African musicians. So she mentions Busim Mhlongo and like some Mali musicians as well. Your Miriam and Amadou's, like French. There is a lot of like that influence, like worldly instruments, like your percussions and those like traditional instruments as well. I kind of felt that, and I'm like,
even the use of guitar in the album is very interesting.
This is really nice. Like, and I agree, it's different. It's a different album for Zoe.
It does feel different, but still feels like it's not a departure. Like it still feels like her.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because sometimes people like make albums and it feels like it's very left.
This is actually a question I want to actually ask us is, do you ever like, how can I put it, like evolving with an artist, like sometimes, because I, for instance, could not evolve with Kendrick after To Pimp a Butterfly. This is something I'm inventing because I am a huge fan. But I couldn't get with it anymore. Like, and I feel like that was something I was just like, okay, this is different for Zoe, but I still need to sit with this album. Like this one is growing. It's a growing one.
That's
it's a
interesting.
Growing one.
I think evolution for me. So I always think of Coldplay. Yes. Ooh, and how I liked when they were like sad and emo.
Yeah,
to be honest. like from Parachutes to A Rush of Blood to the Head.
To the Head.
And White, like
one
all
of my
those
favorite albums.
Even what was it, Milo Zaloto? That's when they were kind of pivoting happier.
True. This is when
that's kind of where a lot of us fell off and we were like, But then it's almost as if to say, are we saying that people can't make happy music? Because it was very happy and after that. which is just very on the nose because it felt like he got divorced and then he was like, oh my god, yay! I'm out of Goop and Gwyneth Paltrow and you know,
happy music.
But
What do I feel
we
about
didn't
happy music?
know them for that. I mean, I still do believe that sadder songs are better written and composed than happier ones.
Isn't that just the truth, hey?
For the most part.
That's
but then, so I think of Coldplay, but then I also think of like Usher, for example.
Yeah.
Where his first 3 albums were like My Way, 87 Confessions, just excellent.
Yeah.
And then after that, it felt like he didn't necessarily grow with us, but kind of tried to stick with trends.
This is...
If I think of the, oh my God... phase, the EDM phase.
Yeah, we were all
like, kind of like,
what's Usher doing? Like, what's Manju Usher, guys?
Yeah, like, so I think it's very, but I do know that I feel like as audiences, we're often very judgmental when artists pivot.
Yeah.
I don't know how much room we give artists to pivot from what we know them for. It was like, you can't be a common making like a trap song. Do you know what I mean?
Isn't
like,
that just interesting? Hey, the category. And I think Amy Winehouse did mention something about like struggling to keep singing the same songs, and Adele as well. Like, I don't want to keep singing this music anymore because it doesn't. And you know, I'm tired of singing like about the heartbreak from like
because she was like, I'm not there anymore.
I don't care.
I'm really happy now. Because a lot of people are like, will she be able to write as well now that she's happy?
And John Legend as well is someone who, when he got married and happy, because he is happy.
He's
John
is so happy
right now, hey? And
people like this fuck nigga music more. I mean, they did.
Oh, it's interesting. Like it's a tough one.
Yeah, because it's not, and like I can imagine that even they struggle with that. Because I think I did watch an adult interview where she was just like, I don't know. Like I don't know
tired.
If I don't know what a happy album from me will look like. Yeah, she was just like, I genuinely don't know. Because even 30, when people are like, what is 30 about? And she was like, divorce, babes, divorce. Like,
it's divorce.
It was heartbreak, and then it was post-divorce, and then, so, it's even interesting because I suppose for them, a lot of, or rather the artists that write their songs have to live through them.
Yeah, because there is
which
that
is another
relationship
thing that
with
Amy
music.
That popped up again in her biopic after Frank, where they were kind of trying to push her album in one direction, and she was just like, I just need to F off and live life, really,
because
to
you need
be able
as
to
an
write
artist.
this. And then like her grand died, and she broke up with her boyfriend, and then that's when she wrote Back to Black, which was like really dark
and really
sad,
really good,
and really really good. And she like didn't want to go to rehab. Like love is a losing game. Like really sad,
hectic.
Yeah,
and I mean, I feel like artists need to let themselves as well, but that's difficult. You know, it's difficult to lose your following. It's difficult. I mean, because Doja Cat is someone right now who is just like, if you're not fucking with me, I'm not fucking with you. She's like really telling her fans off, you know, which is just, we're in a new part of like things.
And I even find that interesting because I remember when Daniel Caesar did that, and everyone was like, okay, so you're telling us not to listen to the new album?
Yeah,
cool.
You know, this bad, bruh.
Like my if that's what you want to
do I want to offend people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it bit him in the ass, but like...
It really did, hey. To this day, I think to this day, Daniel Caesar is suffering.
Do you know, my one friend said the funniest thing. She was like, you know what, I was listening to his new album, and I felt so upset that I couldn't tell anyone about it. Because he's just been so...
Because no one's trying to hear.
Because she was like, he's just been the worst. And it's genuinely nice.
And it probably is.
But for me, I'm like,
it's good, like with like weddings and proposals.
So good.
People love it. People who don't care about the politics of music are just like,
thank you so much.
Just
and somebody was like, rather Daniel Caesar be cancelled so he's cheaper when I ask him to perform at my wedding. Like, it's fine. The rate will be lower because he's not working anymore.
Justice.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's a
weird.
tough one. It's a tough one. Yeah. Would you? Oh, I also want to talk about you wanted to talk about Bitches Brew.
I did want to talk about Bitches Brew.
Woo!
Zoe also has Bitches Brew, which is not an album. It's more a trio.
Yeah,
so it's
a
her.
collective.
It's a collective.
Yeah.
It's her, Spam, Dlalosi, and Titi Luzipo, and their voices together.
Woo!
Like, amazing. So I got to see it live last year, and they do
I
a show
remember that.
every now and then. They do like a live show of them singing what we now call classic jazz standards.
Yes.
From here, so it was stuff from Letambulu, but also stuff from Nina Simone. So they kind of went around the world with
they really did
the standards, but it was excellent.
It was
I mean, if they recorded that session and made it a live album,
I would buy it.
Yeah, because
it was
just so
truly,
it was
like that.
It was a
amazing.
treat.
It was a treat.
A treat.
A yummy treat. Like, and then Titi Luzipo is also someone you guys need to please listen to that woman's
amazing voice.
Yeah, Spa as well.
Yeah,
we were just like, everyone in there was singing along. This is also something I love about
concerts. Zoe Modiga live.
We are all singing along.
Oh, I remember we saw her last year at Market Theatre. What song was it? I forgot what song it was. But we were at like Lyric Theatre.
Ooh.
Which, I mean, a great venue, but I'm like, I have to drive to Goldru City for this. But fine. So we went on Friday night, and she was singing, what song is it? But it's a song, and she was singing. It was so great. It's come into street mid-song. Everyone, it was such a beautiful, everyone just kept singing. It was so good. I even recorded, we all just like kept singing. And then, we all just kept singing. Alrighty. And then the lights came back on, and then she like picked up from the audience. And I was just like, I love when
beautiful.
Stuff like this only happens if you go to a concert.
Yeah.
Like,
it really does. Like, the moments, the stories, and the singing along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, South African people will sing the instrumentals.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah, it really was.
It was really good.
Yeah. Would you call this album a no skips? So this is going to be like our metric for music if we try. Is it a no skips? But maybe, I don't know. Maybe we should rather then ask like, where are you in the album? And do you foresee no skips?
I listened to it several times, but also in me listening to it, I've still listened to it straight through, which for me says a lot about the transitioning,
the curation,
and the curation, and just a nod to people making albums, like a full body of work.
Wow, hey, what a rare
it says
thing
a lot
today.
about that. It is rare today to just have a body of work that I can just listen to from start to finish. There are obviously songs that I like more than others.
They are.
Because they always are.
Yeah, they always are.
But for me, I would say like it's a no skips album for me. Just based off the fact that I haven't, even in listening to it again, there haven't been songs that I skipped. It just kind of moves. Yeah, the songs just move in from one to the next very seamlessly, which is nice.
I also listened to it over, and I'm still listening to it.
Same.
And I'll keep listening to it. I feel like this is the kind of album that is gonna grow on me, because I feel like for me it started. The album really starts at Ngelosi, like when we go to Ngelosi towards the end.
On the back half.
Yeah, but it's always like, because it's with music as well, like you never know where it's gonna catch me. So it's one of those albums where I'm like, wow, it keeps getting better. It keeps getting better.
Yeah.
With the listen, it keeps
because even what you were saying
and
about
the themes
the
as well,
organ,
Yeah.
We should talk about the themes, because I even think of like Amen, and how like a lot of the songs do feel big and grand. Grand,
they're
big
like
songs.
Jazz ballads.
Jazz
ballads.
Yeah.
Ooh,
like it's very.
Oof.
Yeah, big swings.
You know, there's a Moketu song, which is also such a nod to this is the kind of music.
The storytelling about family,
you know,
even
family weddings.
I think it's Nomthandazo, where she like names people's names and Tabisays and like I was
beautiful,
just like,
guys. It's almost like a love letter, and the chanting as well. It's really beautiful. And I do want to speak about like the trend. I don't know if it's a trend, but maybe it's like the world is moving towards like being healing, and the music is also reflecting it, and people are coming out with a lot of albums that are like, you know, just healing in a way, you know, whether spiritual, existential, you know, Andre 3000.
I thought of that too, even him just playing flutes.
Just a really physically meditative album, you know, like, and I feel like this is also like, it's
in that space.
It's in that space. This is the kind of music I would also hear in church.
Girl? Janae Aiko as well. Just with that,
her
you know,
as well. She came back as well with that, like, with the sound
and she always
things.
Even her tiny desk where she's there at home with the
because I love
all of
she's
the
a shack.
She's wearing that delicious silk blue dress. But
Janae,
like
guys,
just it's in that vibe of like we're healing.
We really
and I think she does try to. I think that for me has always been at the center of all of her projects in how introspective they are. Because I even think of Alone from Yellow. And like, poof, that song, woo, is just, like,
tears and tears and tears and tears.
From even like a Siwa Kapstad, it's our people, you know what I mean? And like,
and
it's
there
fun,
you
it's
can
groovy,
also,
but it's still like we're talking about us.
You know,
and how we are and how we heal, and even songs that she wrote, like one of my favorite Langa Mavuso songs, Home. It was written by Zoe Modiga, so like
such a wonderful songwriter. Like, it almost feels like she writes prayers. She writes prayers, you know.
Like it's very,
you know,
it makes you feel seen.
You know,
and just it's like the thing in your head that you don't want to say out loud, like and that's also really the beauty of music, that like people who are able to write songs can write exactly how we're feeling. And you don't know how to say it,
you don't.
But there's probably a song.
The most sophisticated language.
Probably a song for it.
Bruh, there is.
Whether it's I love you,
there is.
But I hate you, or
you know,
I have a crush on you, but I wanna make love to you. There's literally songs for everything.
I wanna freak you, you know. Hey, those we know I wanna freak you.
We do.
Freak in the morning.
Like it's a Flo. I've been playing Say Yes so much. Also, like,
what?
You know the Flowetry song Say Yes?
Oh yes, Flowetry as well. I talk about like
I love Flowetry. So Marsha Ambrosia was on Tank and Jay Ballantyne's podcast R&B Money.
Okay.
And
oh wow, I need to.
So they basically just interview R&B artists, but it's really cool. And because Tank can play piano, if they're there, he'll just start playing piano and be like, okay. So he was like, okay, so how did Say Yes? Like, how did we?
Oh, I think I saw that
clip. Probably seen the clip.
Yes.
And then he starts playing it, and he's like,
and
just
then
let
she
me explain. And then she
goes.
explains like, we here we're doing this, and I'm just like, love music. Love music.
What's her name again?
Marsha.
Her voice is
So good.
And
I keep forgetting that they are British. Every time I forget.
Right?
And then,
but
British people
R&B.
never sound.
They never do.
In their songs, it's so weird. Sometimes they do.
This is an interesting chat as well about accent in music.
Because it's often hidden. Like, people's accents are often hidden.
And their accent is usually
and
American.
It's like a jump scare.
Yeah. Because they're definitely like channeling Brooklyn, Chicago, I don't know.
Although UK R&B right now, taking it.
It is, hey.
Taking it.
But the UK just always sexy.
Even the jazz
I can always
from
get
there.
it,
Oh.
Everything that they're doing, everything that the blacks in the UK are doing, I want it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, are we going to rate it?
Oh, yes, because we do have a rating system.
We do have a rating system.
Yes. We have mashed potatoes.
It's Smash
It's
for
Smash.
bad,
Bad.
bad, not good.
I love that band.
I love that band
Great
as well.
band.
They're really, really good.
They're
Good.
yeah.
And then mashed potatoes, bad with some redemption. Roast potatoes,
is
good.
and
Put it in
that
a
word.
word, baby. And then intersectional black excellence is
fries. Because fries are the best form of potatoes.
Zoe deserves fries.
She does deserve
She
fries.
does the most premium of the fries.
Yeah.
Siyabonga. Thank you. Siyabonga. Thank you so much.
It gave us what we needed.
Yeah,
so
really
listen to
did.
it if you haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Go watch her if you haven't.
That's something you simply have to do.
You have to.
That's something you simply have to do. That's something you simply have to do, bruh.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
I'm
You
so
have to see
excited I
Zoe
can see you
live.
again on Friday.
Yeah. Are you going to Cape Jazz?
I'm going to Jazz
Oh.
Fest. Ew. I missed it. I really did.
And she's gonna be there. Hey? And there's
She's
gonna
performing
be...
on the Friday nights with Kokoroko as well.
Oh
on the
wow,
Friday.
it's gonna be amazing. Hey, it is
Kokoroko's been so high on my list.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
Ages.
It's gonna be out of this world. It's gonna be out of this world.
So I'm excited about. Also, Nganekwane got me through the pandemic. It was one of my pandemic albums.
Oh, I
like,
see. Yeah. It was one of the
there were a
ones.
few pandemic albums.
There were a few.
that
Hey guys.
just-
Yay. There were a few.
Always think
that
of
came-
Chloe and Halle also. Like,
Yes,
just,
as well. They came through. They came
Yes.
through. Chloe and Halle. They really,
Yeah,
they
love
did.
them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, the jazz is back.
jazzing, hey?
It's International Jazz Day today.
Oh,
But yeah,
is it?
It
Oh my
is.
gosh,
So
that's
this is very
perfect.
well
This is
timed.
actually very as
Yeah.
per usual.
Yeah.
As per usual.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
awesome.
So
Enjoy
jazz.
Cape Jazz, like
Thank you.
gosh, and Moonchild, I am.
Oh, that is my favorite white woman. Well, there are a lot of white women who just be singing these.
I mean, Naya Palm as well.
Even Yeba, like
Yeba as well.
And Naya Palm, Hiatus County has a new album out actually on Friday.
Need
coming
to
out
get
Friday.
onto that. Need to get onto that thing.
They posted. I saw the Instagram.
Yeah.
They did like a 4 days. Come in 4 days.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos, like a couple of like.
So,
things
yeah,
they've been
like-
doing,
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna listen to that.
Or
I
Charlotte
will.
Day Wilson. White women be singing these days. Like they just.
They
Madison
really do,
Rhyme Ward.
hey?
Yeah.
They really do, and I mean, listen.
And somebody said, what? I see my people. No, I don't. I hear my people, but I don't see my people.
That's it. That's exactly what it is. Like,
Yeah, because even
why-
Adele.
Yeah, even Adele.
Never say.
The list is actually endless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amy.
Amy. Even people like Tom Misch, who we all just there's some
There's a. Because
you know
we have
he
the sauce.
just has
we have
the
sauce.
he
We
has
have
the
sauce.
Yusef Days is also here. Yeah, like
Oh wow.
gonna be good.
Enjoy. Hey.
Yeah.
Enjoy,
weekend.
bruh.
It's fake Friday tomorrow.
What do you mean?
That-
For me, like I don't know. I
I
don't
think it's a
even
public
know.
holiday. We love a
It's a
public
public
holiday.
holiday
It's
tomorrow.
workers'
It's
day
May
tomorrow.
Day.
Workers' day means you
It's
mustn't
my
work. Don't
birthday.
work.
I just
Don't work
And it's
tomorrow.
your birthday on Saturday.
Next week Tuesday on the 7th.
Oh, I see. On
Yeah.
the 7th. Yes. Okay. Oh, I thought you were gonna do your birthday in Cape of places.
I mean, I still will.
Okay.
I'll be
Okay.
back. I'll be back for my birthday,
And then
I'll
you're
go.
gonna like a jet setter.
Jet setter.
Influencer.
No, do you know what? I want to be Do you know what?
Yes.
I'm not gonna. I can skill on. I'll just keep quiet.
Don't.
With the
It's beautiful.
I'll
It's
just,
a
you know
beautiful
what?
one,
Whatever comes from it,
man.
amazing.
Listen,
No, I actually want to
organic.
go to the Friendship Book Festival mid-May.
To that?
The Friendship Book
I
Festival.
want to do that as well.
That's what I'm doing.
I want to go to
As
France.
like a birthday present.
That's
'cause
perfect. I
It's
love
very
that.
nerdy. And you know, I
I
keep reading.
love Franschhoek Book Fest. Don't even say that. Like if it's
Yeah.
nerdy, then it's fine. I don't mind it.
I need
but
it to be
Franschhoek is
nerdy.
amazing.
And
It's
some of my
amazing.
favorite authors are coming. I'm very.
I actually need to. I need to go to Franschhoek.
You
Yeah,
should,
good
even
Franschhoek.
if you just go for the food
No,
and the wine.
absolutely love Franschhoek for the fest though. Is what I mean. Yeah, I need to
But
go.
yes, for that.
This is what
yeah.
I need to do. Awesome. Okay.
And we haven't had like. Everything's kept coming back since COVID, actually, which feels nice.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that it was a thing. So shout out to sponsored, promoted posts, because that's actually how I saw that is.
What?
The Friendship Book Festival.
Oh, yeah.
I literally saw it promoted, but I've never heard about it.
They had one during COVID, but it was online. And then immediately after things came back, they got back onto it. Like, I remember...
that's nice.
I don't know if it was Chimamanda or like... Friendship Book Fest is wonderful. Pumla Kola as well.
Ooh.
Yo, guys. Like, and when Ridi Direko was also having her time as a bestseller. She was like on those stages, so it's like cool. It's dope. I would love to. Alrighty, guys, this has been great. Please,
it really has been. Follow
us
at Black Sterring
and rate us.
2 R's.
Rate us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love
Bye.
Bye.